explore and start your college search. We'll use a tool called SuperMatch to find colleges that match your interest, your goals, and preferences. This is a tool that will align for 2-year schools and 4-year schools. And I do understand that many students are looking for options other than that. And I will make another assignment slash information session for other alternatives. In the meantime, let's take everybody into the SuperMatch. If you are on your home page, open up your Chromebook. And from your Chromebook, I want you to go on the left side of the page. You will see a toolbar. It's called SLP High School Bookmarks tab. And on that Bookmarks tab, you can scroll down and choose Naviance, or you can scroll down to the Career and College Center. When you're at the Career and College Center, click on College Visits, Requests, Transcripts. This is how we will find Naviance. And you will click there, and then you will use Student Naviance St. Louis Park High School link. Click there, and you end up at the Welcome to Naviance student page. From this page, everybody will use student, and then everybody will choose to continue with single sign-on. Do not use an email and password. We have those deactivated. So if you end up using your email and password, your Naviance account will be made inactive. So please only use single sign-on. Once a student uses single sign-on, you will be at your home page. This is a demo page for me to introduce you to the search match. So everybody next, go to colleges. And on your college menu, you have Find Your Fit, Research Colleges, Applying to College, and Scholarships and Money. You will be using this quite often as you are starting to think about schools I'm interested in. And then in the fall, as seniors, you will use this for colleges I'm applying to. You will also use it to manage transcript requests and requests for letters of recommendation. Right now, we're working to help you determine a school or organization that is your best fit. So we're going to go to the SuperMatch college search. So click on colleges, and under Find Your Fit, College Match, SuperMatch. From SuperMatch, how this works is it's a set of criteria that you choose, and then you end up placing them in a must-have. That's what you really need out of the school you're choosing, or it would be nice if this school had it. The first area is location. If you are unsure of one particular area, you can choose a section like Midwest, and it covers 7 different states and the colleges in those states. But you can also search by state or region and actually ask for just Minnesota to show up or just Wisconsin. You choose. You're then going to go into academics. Academics are what type of a degree are you looking for? And for the sake of this, I'm just going to choose a bachelor's. However, it will match you to certificates, which means less than 2 years at most likely a technical college or a community college. Or you can choose associates, which is a 2-year liberal arts degree in which a lot of students will choose that to go into their bachelor's program. Associate's degrees are often earned at community colleges and technical colleges for students who plan to transfer to 4-year schools. And often the community and technical college is a less expensive alternative to starting right away at a 4-year school. And also, some students need to choose to start at a community college just to be better prepared in their academic needs to make them successful moving on to their 4-year schools. So right now, I'm just going to choose a bachelor's. Again, these are all your preferences. For the major areas, if you're undecided, it really will have a tough time matching you somewhere. So it's not that you have to decide your major, but you have to narrow it down to areas of your interest. So right now, let's say you're really interested in business and you're going to choose business administration. But you also have a real desire to possibly be a teacher. So let's put in a teacher, and we're not quite sure what type of a teacher. So you can scroll and look for the type of education or teacher you want to be. And maybe it's a health teacher. Okay, so be it. Then if you're not sure about other things, you just leave them blank and you move along. So we're going to leave it at just that you have interests in business, but you're also considering being a teacher. Go to admissions as your next category. In admissions, this is where you can put in your current GPA. And let's say, excuse me, because I'm working on the demo, I want to make sure I can get to admissions and put a GPA in. There we go. So here, let's list your own GPA. Let's say that you are currently 3.0 and you have not taken your ACT score, so you leave it blank. Later, if you want, whenever you want, you can go in and list a score you think you can get, and then later you can go in and put your actual score in there. Some of you maybe have taken the ACT already, but if you don't have a score, just leave it blank. Over on the acceptance rate, this is the level of ability to get into a school. The more selective schools accept the rate of 25% or lower students for all their applications. And then open admissions is like our community colleges, where they accept everybody, and sometimes you just simply take placement tests to make sure that you're ready for college level work. But anyway, I am going to say, I'm going to go in the middle, and I'm going to say they accept 50 to 75% of their applicants. I'm going to go with just regular application deadline, and I'm going to leave everything else blank to see as many open opportunities that match my degrees that I'm looking for. So now I'll go over on the arrow. Student life, again, this is where you put criteria in if you really need to know if they're going to have a sorority, fraternity, if there's a certain club you must have. Again, I'm going to leave it wide open and leave it blank. Diversity. Diversity is where you get to choose specific types of representation, the percentage of what you expect to see for diverse student body. You can choose overall diversity, but you also could narrow it down and say, hey, I'm only looking for HBCU schools, or I'm looking for a school that's based in my form of religion, gender, and so forth. So those are criteria you can choose, and it's excellent. It's another opportunity to learn more and find a school that matches your fit. You then go into institution types. Is this a school that offers 2-year degrees, 4-year degrees? Is it public? Is it private? What are you thinking? I'm going to take the 2-year off right now, but remember, you can do all the community colleges and vocational schools with no problem. And then I'm going to leave it at public and private. And let's see who matches me. You can also choose the student body size. And you can say, I want undergraduates only, which means they do not have any graduate programs. So nobody there works towards a master's or higher. Or you can say it does not matter. The school can have graduate students as well as me as an undergraduate. Size-wise, also, most large universities are going to be over 20,000 students. So again, think about the size of school you want to go to. I'm going to choose not to fill it in, and let's see what comes up for me. But I do need to be able to live on campus. So I'm going to ask for on-campus housing. Next, you're going to go into the cost. And at this point, I highly recommend you just leave the cost without touching it. Let's find out what matches you, and then we'll follow through the cost of that college. And then you can move on and choose athletics and other resources, and you're done. You hit close. Now, here's what happens with the results. As you go through and look at your results, it will tell you you have 101 institutions that are both an academic match and also matches all the criteria you selected. What's interesting about this is the 100% will tell you everything you put in for location and what you want to study is available at this school. And so if it does not say 100%, it will go down. Wow, look at all these schools because of how big the category was. They're all matches. If it's not a full 100% match, you will choose Y. And then the legend will say if it's green checks, it matches. If it's a yellow star, it's a close match. If it's a question mark, that means they don't know the answer. And if it's a red X, it does not match what you want. So this one is interesting because they pulled New York into it. And so that does not match your criteria. Awesome. But it also is a 4-year school. 90% of the students live on campus. It has a business administration degree, and its acceptance rate is at 63%. Not knowing your ACT score, that's fine, but you need to see that this school accepts on the low end 22s and on the high end 30. So that gives you a ballpark of what to work towards on your ACT if this school is your choice. Let's go to a little small city, University of Wisconsin-Madison. It's not a small city, but we're going to go to Y. Again, it matches all your criteria. And then you need to go down and see what's the ACT score range for that university. Keep in mind that I am using this as a demo and not 100% of the information is accurate. So as you do your own, you will see accurate information. Enjoy the SuperMatch. There's an assignment that goes along with your results. You can find that in Schoology, and we'll continue to support creating your plans. Have a good day.